What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Reality After Show, Trouble in Paradise. It is your boy, Phillip. We're going to be talking about Love Island. Joined always is my amazing friend and co-host, Seychelle, both from NBC's Deal or No Deal Island. How are you doing, my love?
Hi, I'm really good. I'm excited to talk shit.
You
How are
look
you?
good. The hair looks good. We're killing it right now.
Thank you, my love. I'm wearing
What?
silk.
Oh, okay. What is new and exciting in your world?
Holy shit. I'm gonna have to get back to you.
Okay, deal. Okay, cool, 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 cool.
How about you? Oh my God, weren't you at the Cowboy Carter concert where Beyonce almost croaked?
Okay, here's the thing. That car looks far more dangerous in the photos than it did at the time. The professionalism of that woman mid-song was like, "Yo, stop it. Put me down." They brought her down. She put the microphone up to her mouth and continued the rest of the song like a fucking professional. If it were me, I would have tried to stay professional and hit everything up there, just hanging. But
Me
then like, she was
too.
like, no, no, bring me down. And then she just slowly walked back to the stage, holding a mic, singing 16 carriages, and completed the whole song. It was great.
Okay, well, good for her.
It was everything. And to be honest, it could have been so bad, but because like everyone was like cheering and yelling for her, he was like, you know what? All right. As soon as that woman's car was gonna fly out of the sky, I watched 10,000 people be like, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, yes, we were gonna catch the queen. She was gonna fall out of the car, and we were gonna catch her. And I was like, okay, cool, great, easy. Currently, I'm in Denver, Colorado, at the We Stutter convention, so I am super pumped and excited about that. I will be contributing to the welcoming address tomorrow, so I'm pumped about that.
Oh,
I know your boy's on the mountains, kind of.
Ay, that's so lit. Honey, you love being outside.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't intend on this being like the path for my life to take, but I have to really think about it like this. If anyone like knows me or watched the show or whatever else, if childhood, teenage me or younger had me to look at and be like, "Yo, this is important. This is significant. There's someone like me who's going to grow up and be like, you're going to be okay." I would have been a very different person. And so, even though it's not my plan, it's where I ended up. And sometimes it's not about what you want, but what you need. And that's how we got here.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
All right. Well, now that we're done feeling good, let's get messy. So, there's been so much that happened. I feel like this is like the best part of the show. We get
Mhm.
to Casa Amor, we get to things being a mess. Your boy has notes on notes. Okay. Let's first just jump in with the new bombshells at Casa. We get there. Did you prefer the girls to go and the boys to stay this time?
Yeah, I like that. I think it was different.
I feel like the boys act up more when they're in a new place. Is that weird? I feel like they need to go because they act up way more when they're like, well, it's not technically where we live. So, like, okay, cool.
I definitely peeped that as well. I did. I did.
Like, when you go on vacation somewhere, and even if it's close in the proximity to where you live, you're like, time to act up. Like, no matter what, if it's not where you live, you're like, you know what? Yep, this is it. I feel like that's what we were kind of missing a little bit.
I get it. I definitely do. I have a lot of takes on many things that were lackluster in these episodes, but let's keep going.
All right. So we meet our new bombshells, which to be honest, I feel like some of them should have been used as bombshells instead of Casa, but like that's just me. All right, let's see what we got here. Um all right, we got our new girls, our new boys. So, as far as our new Casa teammates, playmates, whatever you want to refer to them as, your women, your girls, okay, you are a skincare girly. You know how to clock good work, bad work. Let's talk about her. I need to know your views on this. Hannah, okay. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening, but I feel like you know what's happening. So can you give me like a little insight here?
Oh, of course. So I am firstly going to say that she was recently on Biofiles saying that she has only gotten work done in her lips. And I am going to tell you that that is a complete lie, my love. That woman has chin filler and she has cheek filler. She has lip filler. I'm entertaining a nose job or nose filler as well. Um, the one of the most painful, accurate things about filler is that when you're young and you start to get filler, because it's bringing fullness to certain areas to the face, therefore it is expanding the skin. So as you get older, you're going to constantly need more and more filler because without it, your skin will sag. It's devastating. It's truly devastating. This filler epidemic is devastating. I'm a Botox girly down. If I don't think 22, 23 year olds have any business getting Botox. We call it baby Botox. I started Botox at 27. Okay, I think that's a phenomenal age to start. But this filler craze, this filler epidemic, oh honey, breaks my heart. When I talk to a woman that is talking to me about getting filler, and I look at them and I can tell she absolutely does not need it, it is my sworn in duty to convince her that she should not.
I think the most heartbreaking part of all is that this girl is 21 and like she either looks kind of rough for 21 or amazing for 37. And I like can't, and so like I don't know how to treat it because it's hard for me because I'm like I'm 37 and I was like oh no,
Mm-mm.
oh god, she is 21 years old, she's just out of college or still in college, like I don't know.
Honey, it's honestly terrible. And it's not a good 37. It's a good 47. It's absolutely unfortunate. And on the vibe file, I know that trying to make light of it, and saying, hey, these are just the features that I was born with. If you want to take that route, fine. We know, girl, we know.
The TikTok
Um,
girlies have done the research and no, those were not the features she was born with. The girls have done the work. And before she did the work, the girls went back and did the work and they were like, she didn't always look like this. No.
you want to know what it is and this is the type of reality TV bitch that I love. Like, I don't want to fucking hear. That's not true. I want to hear, yeah, I fucking did it, and I will fuck your dad. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's what I want to hear with bitches that go on reality TV. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I want a bitch to own that shit. But she's so young. She's
She's
just so
so
young.
young. She's a baby. And
She is.
when you look at a woman like this and Maria Grace from our show, they're the same age. And you're like, oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Not good at all.
No, no,
Um
not at all.
the guys, it's like they just took one guy and had chat GPT make him over and over again in slightly different shades and color. Like it's the same general aesthetic everywhere. And so uh, they're okay. They're okay. To be honest, my mind wasn't blown really with the guys. I thought the girls came in hard. They knew what they wanted. I feel like they had done the research and been like watching the show and they're like, I'm coming in for X, Y, or Z. The guys are like, I'm coming in to have a good time. And I was like, you're missing the plot here. You're missing the plot somewhere in here. Who is your VIP for the girls? Sorry, your MVP for the girls.
Oh, Coco, she's bad as fuck.
Justice for Coco. Coco should have been original cast. I will die on that hill. I will
Oh,
die on that.
honey. Oh, honey, for sure. And listen, it's everything about Miss Coco. It's the body, it's the makeup, and it's the fact that you cannot see that lace on that wig.
That girl is bad.
Mm-hmm.
The moment she walked out, I audibly went, I was like, Jesus, like that girl, she's
Yeah,
a star.
that's how I feel about her. And I think Clark looks sexy too. I think that's a very interesting choice to wear a bust down to fucking Fiji. That's a fucking choice. But she looks good.
She does. She does. I think that the other girls just kind of faded away for the guys. I want to say justice for Elon. I liked him. I think that Elon's only problem was not meeting Sierra before Nick did. That was it. That was his only issue. Like it was just a matter of you brought him in too late. I think again, if he was an original cast member, it would have hit a little harder. In addition to Zach with a K, the white one. I don't know. The white one as opposed to like the Asian one. I think that if again we would have brought him in earlier, he might have found that connection earlier. I just think all the guys were kind of this victim of poor timing, really.
I think so too. And I just look at them and I'm like, they all seem so young and stupid. Besides Chris, I'm liking Chris.
I love Chris. I think that he knows what to do, and I think that
Me too.
he is really doing a good job of riding the line between being vulnerable and being open and actually showing he wants a relationship, but also being like, I've been watching and you're crazy. He's like, so I'm a real bad innocent. Like I can't give you everything because I know that you're nuts. So in turn, we finally see Nick and Sierra. Well, we don't actually like see it, but Nick and Sierra finally decide to go to the next level to seal the deal. And in Nick's words, and I quote, best 25 seconds of my life. It was so short, I had to apologize.
Men are so embarrassing. They're so
It's
embarrassing.
like he doesn't know it's on TV. It's great.
Yeah, like it's just like, oh my gosh. That cute, cool, good for them.
One thing I will give them credit for is that in the conversation that takes place the next morning, both Nick and Sierra are smart enough and have the emotional and intelligence enough to say that means our relationship is kind of like brought to the next like level, and that involves new, in Nick's words, surprisingly, he said that involves, and I quote, new level of commitment and emotions. And I was like, okay, Nick has actually, he's grown on me, kind of like a sore, but has grown on me nonetheless. And so in turn, I think it's really one of those where like we're seeing growth and development here. I don't hate this.
True, true, true. True. Nick and Sierra are cute. They're cool.
So pre Casa, just to rewind us a little bit, I'm all out of order, I'm sorry. But pre Casa, Austin and Amaya are going hot and heavy or slow and stupid, whatever you want to call them. But we were like, you know what? Maybe this is going to work out for them. Maybe he can make like a, he could stick some popsicles to construction paper for her and she could be like, oh my God, this is exactly what I wanted. And then he gets the ick out of
He
nowhere.
gets the
You
ick.
literally the next day watch him get the ick because she tries to hold his hand. Number one, have you watched the show? I know you have to like hold hands and like pretend to be in a relationship just to see what it would be like. But also, my question for you, unrelated to the show, just you and me, can you survive the ick? Is there a coming back from the ick? When was a ick that you got that you were like, and we're done?
The downfall of mine is something that I be doing something way longer than I need to be doing it.
Okay, fair,
Um, oh God, when I get the ick, I get rude.
fair.
You know what I'm saying? I get very rude and I get very on some like, actually, I'm not talking to just you. I'm talking to you and 18 other bitches. So if you want to stick around for that, stick around for it. I don't really care. I, I don't think there's any comeback from the ick, especially that early on. Early on is supposed to be like sexy and like mysterious and like hot and heavy. But that's the tea with Amaya. Amaya, if we've never heard that bitch talk and we saw her standing up in some lingerie, everyone would be like, damn. But then the second you heard her talk, she's just she is she's a bit of a walking ick. She's extremely cringe.
She has the same voice as Tommy Pickles from Rugrats, and no one's talking about that enough. And I watch enough cartoons that I'm telling you, her and Tommy Pickles have the same voice and vocabulary. Because when Tommy said, I don't want no more responsibilities, Amaya was like, yep, no more responsibilities. And I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Okay, that's fine. Um, I will share my quick ick. On it was date number 2. Went to a diner just to have like a late night diner meal because it's New Jersey and like that's what you do. And started telling a story at the table about their ex and started to cry hard. And I just sat there cutting my pancakes up slow as hell, being like, and weird. Like I knew check please emotionally before it even happened. I was like, check please, and we're out. You are crying in public on date number 2 about an ex. That's an ick I cannot come back from. Even if you were to be like, that was a bad day. No, no. That like has to be my immediate ick where I was like, I need to go. I definitely need to go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was so rough.
That's too much. That's
So,
crazy work.
all right. So, in going through all of this, let's see. We get, oh, okay. I don't know your views on this. I love to just kind of find out your perspective on love and dating as it relates to the show. Andrina has always been kind of, and feel free to disagree with me on this. That's why we love each other so much because we'd be like, I love you, but no. I feel like Andrina is always kind of fetishized for her ethnicity and accent. Tell me if I'm reading it wrong, but it feels like no one actually wants to get this girl. They just want that like hot Sofia Vergara Latina bombshell. And I feel like people aren't listening to her. They just like love the idea of she's like foreign and ethnic and it's like a whole big thing. But like you're watching the guys look at her, but it's like they're not really looking at her, if that makes sense.
100%. She's 100% fetishized because she's Spanish. Another thing about Andrina too is she is a motherfucking snooze fest. So that's the tea with her. Like, because we all know this. I like women. She's the type of bitch that I would love to take down, but never call back.
Okay, yes, that you're like you were going to be good
That's
for this evening so that I can
yeah,
show your photo to everyone the next morning and be like, look what I did. Okay, all right, I see you. I see you.
yeah, that's it. And my expectations are not even high. I just want the body.
My quote of this early episode is, ooh, TJ, I'm going to say it as it was said on the show because I was like, I have to write this down exactly because this is insane. What do you do on the weekends? I like to build. I fuck with Legos. Do you fuck with Legos? And that's when I was like, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I thought for a second that I was like, maybe. And then hearing him say shit like that, I was like, nope, this isn't it. I play with Legos. Do you play with Lego? Like, what is this? These children are getting younger somehow.
Oh my God, it's absolutely terrible. Whenever I meet somebody and they tell me like, oh, like I'm 25, I'm like, oh my God, you poor stupid thing. Yeah, the conversations are absolutely painful. And you know what's so crazy is like people are always like, Seychelle, would you do Love Island? And I'm like, I don't even think that they'd want me. And I think that America would hate me because I would just sit there and I'd just be honest. I'm like, who's trying to win 100K?
That part though. So even in Casa Amor, 2 women pick Taylor, and I still don't understand why. Am I not seeing it? Am I not seeing it? Is it me? Are you seeing it? I don't get it.
Well, the T is, I don't know if you saw, but apparently he's like rodeo royalty and he be doing runway and all that. Apparently he that boy for real in real life. He got money.
Oh, so you think because of his social media clout, the girls have done their research and they actually like know who he is?
If I if I know for sure that he got, I don't care about the social media clout, but if I know that he got money, if he got money and he's a cornball in there, I'd pick him too.
Fair. You are not wrong. We get more life out of Taylor when watching him with Clark than we have ever gotten out of watching him and Alandria. I feel like the eyes were glazed over, which again makes no sense in my head. Alandria is damn near perfect, but still, in getting to watch Taylor with Clark, you're like, oh, he doesn't like her at all. And like this really goes back to what we were talking about, let's say like episode 1. Are these people really a slow burn, or is it a common case of if he wanted to, he would?
I definitely think so. I mean, we spoke about this last time together. I just think that that's what it is.
We got JD from Puerto Rico and Zach with a K
Who
from
that? Who
Manchester, England.
JD?
Uh, so my question for you, are you closed off to a connection outside of the United States?
Am I closed off to a connection? Wait, what do you mean? So you're asking me if like I'm on the island, am I going to be closed off?
I mean, like in real life, if you found someone beautiful, but she was like, I live in Puerto Rico, is that an end
Oh,
game over or a, you know what? I could live in Puerto Rico.
no, I'm not moving to motherfucking Puerto Rico. I'll fuck you in Puerto Rico, but no, I'm not moving to motherfucking Puerto Rico, bitch.
That's fair. I did long distance New Jersey to Austin for a year, and even that was a struggle. So like, I can't even imagine what they're gonna do. Like for me, from a reality TV perspective, I don't think they're taking the international contestants seriously because they know that like what's gonna happen? What's the plan? The show ends, we go back to where we live. And so you're never going to see him again. And so to me, I was like, then I can't take that connection seriously. Sorry.
Yeah, not Puerto Rico. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's damn near Florida. But no.
So at the end of this is a good one for you because I don't at all. In Casa Amor with the girls, they're asking all the important girlish questions. What's your love language? Horoscopes and stuff. Do you follow horoscopes? And is it significant in choosing a partner? I say I don't know anything about it, but you strike me as someone that might be like, yup, I don't mess with no X, Y, or Z's.
I don't like cancer women.
Okay.
I don't like cancer women. I've realized I've had a lot of friends in a relationship two relationships that were Capricorn women. I believe that Earth sign women like air sign women because I feel like we're everything that they're not. I feel like Capricorn is typically very like grounded and very like ABCD and but they have this kind of lure to someone that's like a free little butterfly. Um, so yes, yes. If I meet someone that's like an Aries, Sagittarius, I'm like, oh, this gonna be a fun time.
All right. I
So
don't know
yeah,
anything about anything. And they say, what's your sign? And I say, Capricorn. And they're like, you would be a cat. And I say, okay. That's all I got for you.
yeah.
One thing I will say is, did you notice the change in questioning and the change in conversations in Casa Amor versus episodes 1 through like 6 or 7? Like, I just feel like they're finally at the point in the journey where they're asking the important things. What's important to you? How many people are in your family? Where do you live? Where do you see yourself in 10? Like, it was like we finally got the real things. And I'm like, yeah, if y'all would have started with this earlier, we might have had more long lasting relationships.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I picked up on that as well.
Um, all I wrote on this note, and I don't remember who it was, maybe Clark. I wrote, why does this bitch wear heels in the water? I don't remember who it was, but I remember
Oh, it was the bitch with diabetes.
that was with Austin.
Austin. And he was like, you gonna keep on your heels? And she was like, yeah. Girl, it's not necessary, honey. Take off them damn shoes.
Oh,
It's
poor Austin.
stupid.
Poor dumb Austin that was like, I noticed I'm a nurse. I noticed your diabetes. And I was like, pickup line of the century, Austin. Thank you. That interaction took years off my life because that was when weren't they also the ones that revealed that inner lip tattoo? And I was like, this is crazy pants. And here's how it went. Austin pulled down his lip and it said Huck. And she pulled down hers and it said baby. And he was like, fuck, baby. And I was like, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I was like, this is insanity. No one operates like this anymore. And I was like, this is crazy, but they might be together forever. They might all like this might also be it. Who knows, honestly.
Yeah, I think I checked out during that the tattoo reveal, and I'm really happy that I did.
Honestly, you missed absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
So once we voted out Nick and Alandra, you would have thought these people died. You would have thought they died. I was dying at the Nick eulogy. Literally, Taylor
Oh, that was such a good one.
with tears in his eyes said, and I quote, he's able to chop it up with everybody. And I was like, we're not doing this. This
That was
is
a good one. The Nicki Lucha was really good.
but what I do love is that once they do, okay, I don't love producer intervention, but when it happens and it's good, I was like, you know what? Someone in that office said, well, you could stay if you want to be with one another. And we all said, you know what? Yes, go there. Like, I don't love heavy handed producing, but this one I liked.
Yeah, no, I liked it too. It was cool. It was cool. And for a hot fucking minute, I was team Nicolandria. I was like,
I
oh my God, this could be something.
literally, Nicolandria gave me hope for the future. And
Me
2025 has been
too.
rough, but it gave me hope for the year for all 24 hours. Like, I was there, I was in it. And what I loved most of all of this entire situation, Alandria gets back to the villa and says, and I quote, if you can come and take my man in 48 hours, he was never my man to begin with. And I say it all the time that I'm like, thank you. The idea that, like, I hate when someone smothers someone else in a relationship because, like, well, what if he starts being interested in somebody else? I'm like, then let him. Then he was never yours. If you can't step away for 5 seconds, he was never yours in the first place.
It wasn't.
I mean, that's fair. Um, oh, okay. I think at this part, we've learned a lot about kind of norms of dating and relationships. We've learned a lot about norms between gender roles. I think it's weird. I think in getting to watch Huda and really see what she expects out of a man and what all the women are asking for from men just because they're men, and you really get to see kind of as a generation that like Gen Z what they're looking for in 2025. It's certainly it might have been what I was looking for in my 20s. I don't ever think so, but I think that like these gender roles are pretty locked in, but also I think it has this weird layer of race and ethnicity. I think we have a lot of that to deal with as well. And again, I'm going to throw this out there. Tell me if you're like you're reading too far into this. Hate that idea.
Okay.
Do you think that the Black Islanders always take longer to open up? Because I know for me personally, I was raised in a home where my mother said, be a good person all the time. The world might still not treat you well. So stay guarded, keep up the fence. I don't know, again, how you were raised or whatever else. So it takes me a little bit to bring it down. Whereas I feel like some of my more Caucasian Islanders just like jump right in, like, you're my man, let's get married. And I feel like it's more of a slow burn on the other end.
I definitely see that. Yeah, I don't think you're reading too far into it as well. I saw that, and we saw that last season, um, as well with especially with Serena. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do see that.
Um, okay. I want to actually throw that at you from like a dating perspective. In dating, let's say like Black women, have you dated a white woman? I actually don't know this. I'm gonna ask now. No,
Nah.
okay, cool. Okay, sweet. So then like can you compare that experience to you yourself and you'd be like, yo, you're guarded. Like this is hard.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, I'm literally, I am gonna toot my own horn, okay? Well, like
Shoot
we
it.
all know,
Shoot it.
we all know how I feel about myself. Yes, I meet a lot of women that are extremely guarded. I meet a lot of women that are on like they never thought that they would be interested in trying something with a woman.
Yeah,
I don't know, like I really am like extremely like personable and I like to have a good time. So I feel like it is like a nice safe space. But I only do date black women. Um and I'm not gonna say that I'm typically used to them being guarded. I just think that it's something that works. Like it's not odd to me.
yeah, yeah,
It's very interesting, and I think it's intriguing to me, because it's not like I turn the key in and like open the door. You know,
yeah.
there's more work to be done there, which I think is absolutely fine.
Sweet. I love that for you. Um, Hood,
Hmm.
Hood says to Chris, I swear, people don't think I'm chill. I'm chill as fuck. And all of America went, what? They're gonna name a hurricane after her. Like, I don't know. I
You know
Huda,
what kills me is why is she acting like you don't know? It's like she's trying to convince him, I'm actually relaxed and I don't have a temper.
Listen, the reason that you and I get along is because I think we know ourselves well and we know each other well. And so that would be like you and I being like, we're so nonchalant. The two of us are the most chalant people you've ever met. We come in this bitch chalant. And so in turn, it's so odd to me that she's like, I'm so relaxed. I'm so laid back and chill. And you're like, who? Who is? It's not you.
Right,
Did you
right.
watch episodes 1 through 7? Because no, it's not you, ma'am.
And that's the T because Iris ain't even saying that. And Iris is I be forgetting that bitch on a damn show.
Iris is in a nap. She's not even napping. She's like in the REM. She's in like that level of deep sleep that you're like, she might be in a coma. We might need Maya to come revive her because quick reminder, America, Amaya's a nurse. Yep. Anyway, so just a
Yeah.
quick, let me just throw that into the universe. I was like, girl, not me. I would be in that hospital. I would rip that IV out of my arm immediately. I'm like, you know what? I think that you're a beautiful soul and spirit, but can I get anybody else?
Yeah,
Anybody?
or I rather just die.
Right. Yeah, not that. Alandria says, listen, I want Taylor back, but I'm not going to be in here acting crazy. I need to save face. And I was like, you know what? It's so important that I feel like she knows that. I like do want more vulnerability out of her. That's true. That's fair. But even on our show, like day 3, 4, I was like, yo, Hazel, I can't be in here acting crazy being this black. I can't do it because like America's waiting for it. And I feel like there is such a heaviness in like putting yourself on this platform and actually emotionally doing all the things you want to do. This is where TikTok then splices you and I losing our shit. But still, I want to say there was a part of us that wanted to hold back just a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's like the greatest thing about reality TV. Like I don't really think that way. Like I want it to be calculated because I want it to make sense. And I want it to deliver.
Yeah,
Um but yeah, you know that's how I feel about reality TV.
right. You want to like protect yourself, but we gonna put on a show every time. I'll tell you
I
that
mean, it's a
right.
must. It's an absolute fucking must.
Do you want a show or not? Call the two of us. We're putting on a show every single time.
Right.
All right, so now we are officially there. We are at the heart rate challenge, and dear God, it that heart rate challenge had my actual mouth open. And I watch a lot of reality TV, and even I sat there alone, no one else in the room being like, oh my God. Like it was a lot. And we've seen a lot of heart rate challenges before, but this one was extra. This one was up there. They couldn't even air some of it. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it was good, dude. It was
We
good.
this season.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It's so tea because if something like this, I'm like, oh, like I must perform. Like I like something like this, I feel like I know, like, okay, like I would be so good at. And I am really on some Nick shit. Like, put your foot in my fucking mouth.
I feel like you would have been the Huda, and like it would have been like you guys. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Fast forward 10 seconds. I was like, are her heels in the air? And you're like, listen, listen, because the thing again about us, number one, we're gonna put on a show. Number two, we're gonna win regardless. Like that's it. And so if you need us to put on a show and win, we're gonna do it every single time.
Oh fuck yeah, fuck yeah. This heart rate challenge was serving. Put up bodied.
Yeah, I thought
Put up
that. Okay,
bodied.
did you think it was too much? I personally did not.
No. No. You got challenges of motherfuckers is spitting milk down each other's motherfucking throats.
Yeah,
Come
that one still made me.
on.
Yeah, I don't think Huda went that far. To be honest, if she would have been like reaching her hand down people's pants and shit like that, yeah, I get. But like technically, she did it. Just I will also say this: I think once a thicker curvier woman does certain things, it almost looks more aggressive and looks more risque than like if Huda were a double zero. I don't think anyone would have had any issues with half that stuff. I'll say that.
I definitely agree. I also think that if Amaya did exactly what Huda did, that people just would have been also like, ah, Maya's crazy. But it's different because it's Huda. She ate the fuck down. The bitches couldn't. There was no competition there. She ate the fuck down. It was
She
sexy. It was giving. It was hot. It was everything.
And then we see that remorse the next morning. Well, not even the next morning. And it's like an hour later, and Hood is in tears. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Because Shelly's pressed, which again leads into allegedly. The streets are saying exclusive, allegedly. The streets are saying that Ace and Shelly had already met before the show and they were already together before the show. And I don't necessarily want to believe that because I believe that producers do their due diligence to make sure that these contestants are not connected to one another. But we've already seen the screenshots of them like commenting on each other's social media and shit like that. I'll say that we've already seen it. So what I will say is that to me is the only real explanation on why Shelly is that pressed out of nowhere.
Oh, of course. I definitely think that. And I made a TikTok on this, and there are some women in my comments that are angry, but most of them are just like, we agree. I think that she's mad because I think they're together in real life. And I think that when Huda was talking to Kristen, she said, would it have been that bad if I was ugly? I Listen, not thinking about Huda, not thinking about anything with Jeremiah. It's just the sentence. Like, would it have been bad if I was ugly? Or would it have been better? No, sorry. Would it have been better if I was ugly? Yes, it would have been better if she was ugly. That's how I feel about that. I'm like, because Ace loved it, but Shelly is only mad at Huda.
Yeah, I that's another thing for me. You can break girl code all day, but the sheer fact that she was just mad at Huda, I was like, yo, it takes two people for all these things. Like even if that's your man, feel free to look at your man and be like, I didn't like how you handled it. Either. Don't get me wrong. I'm pissed at her, but I'm disappointed in you. You're like they are allowed to exist at the same time.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I just don't get this whole like I feel like there's this huge disappointment in Huda simply attached to Jeremiah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of Huda. I think that she's extremely male-centered. I think that she has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But this whole discourse of everyone telling Huda it's just a challenge, it's just a challenge. Now she's just on some like it's just a challenge and I ate the fuck down, but everyone's mad. Give the girl a motherfucking break.
She is one of those that I don't think she will ever I think that she will always be well liked by the other girls, but I don't know if she's ever going to leave this villa well respected. I don't think anyone is really going to respect her journey and the things that she's trying to accomplish in this house. I think they just see her as like a crash out queen and you just need to be there to emotionally like support her. But we all have that friend that we have to be there to consistently emotionally support. Are they really your friend or are you just helping them? And so, like, I don't know if at
Mm.
the end of this, she's going to be as tight with them as she thinks she is. So Nick and Sierra finally go on a date, and I wrote in parentheses in the notes, finally, more dates. I need this to be more bachelor, bachelorette. I need us to send these couples out on dates. Number one, it's more visually interesting. Number two, these people don't know if they like each other because they've never spent any time alone. They have no idea. And I feel like in other years, we've seen them go off more on like a lunch, a dessert. Like we've seen them away from the villa a lot more. And like kissing under waterfalls and shit like that. Like it really does kind of lend itself to relationship building. This is only the second date we've seen, and the show is over in 3 weeks.
We got 3 more weeks of this shit.
Yeah. We end on,
Damn.
I believe it's July 17th or so. Yeah. We're almost there. But like still, I was like, yeah, no one has gone out on a date yet. Still, I don't understand why.
I get it. I feel like, the dates are boring as fuck, but sure, they should go on more dates.
Again, I just want to see at least that like romantic montage, not for me as a viewer, but like for them. I feel like,
Yeah,
you
for
know, when
them.
you're like, I feel like when you dated someone in college, they lived in the same dorm you did. It was convenient. You always hung out with that same group of 6 or 8, and your significant other just happened to be in that group. And it's not till you went home for the summer, and then they came to visit you, and one on one, you're looking at each other in the same room, like, I don't think I like you that much. And you're like, yeah. You don't realize it because you have to really spend time with that person, just that person, to be like, oh, you are my partner, my soulmate, or the bane of my existence.
Yeah, definitely. No, I understand. Yeah, it is better for them to go on the dates.
Ace and Shelley argue about how they handled the challenge, and here's a big difference between the guys and the girls. Shelley says, I would have been happier if we had more boundaries and went into the challenge. And Ace said, I would have been happier if we had less boundaries and went into the challenge. And they both believe that that is the solution. And because that is working in two separate ways, I don't know if we're ever meant to have this for the long term.
Yeah, I definitely I understand. I see that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's age. I don't know, but like who gives a fuck? Who
It's a
cares? Your clothes don't for that now. Jesus Christ. That's how I feel.
I actually ended all of my notes with Huda and Chris are dot 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 kind of cute question mark. I did. That's how I ended it. And I was like, I didn't necessarily know I wanted this, but now that I have it, I'm like, you know what? Yes. Okay. Okay.
I feel
Huda
the same way.
deserve, hurricanes deserve love too.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. I do agree. It's nice. Didn't see it coming, wasn't really hoping for it, didn't care if it happened or not, but now that it's here, it's kind of like, okay.
All right. Um, so let's wrap it up with this. If you had to vote for one couple to win tomorrow, who would it be and why?
Maya and whoever the fuck she's with.
You're like, Amaya alone, take the money alone.
Right. Yeah, whoever the fuck she I think oh right, I don't think that's fair at all. Because I don't even think Zach with the K is interested in her. I really don't. But I want her to take it. I want her to take it because she's from New York and she's unapologetically herself. I'm not even like a crazy fan of hers. Like I don't really find her to be really that hilarious, but she's my first.
I mean, okay, I at this point would have to vote for Nick and Sierra, but also they're again the only couple that we've seen really go out on a date and really try. And so for me, I think if we got to see Taylor and Clark like actually like go and have a beautiful dinner on the water or whatever, like maybe we'd get to see a little bit more. But the edit is telling us that's where we should want to go because no one else is doing anything that actually is one on one. And so it's almost kind of hard to watch because you're like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, I mean 100. I don't care if fucking they brought Taylor's. They fucking flew in Taylor's horses and him and fucking Clark rode off into the sunset. I don't want that man taking that money. Although there's something in me that believes that he doesn't necessarily really need it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This season's hard because I don't really feel like there's even like a battle in my heart on some like who should win. Like the strongest couple there is obviously Ciara and Nick. They're probably gonna take it home unless something really fucking changes.
Yes, and I don't think our movie night is going to be as revealing as the one from last year. So
I think so too.
I don't think it's going to explode everything like how they want it to per se. I will say we still have the episode tonight. They're supposed to be like harsh truths or
God, I
some
can't
shit
wait. I
where
can't
they
wait.
like just get to say like anonymous things, and we still haven't done the challenge with the tweets. So I hope we do that soon because I feel like they have a very skewed view of what they think America thinks of them. And I was like, oh no, baby, this is about to be so bad. So I think we do still have some cards that we can play and still bring this season right back where it belongs in the end.
I know. I'm so excited for tonight's episode. I can't wait.
All right. In the meantime, please find us both TikTok, Instagram. I'm trying to build the TikTok. It's
You're
exhausting.
doing a great job. You're
I'm
doing great.
trying out here.
Your hand, that handmade. But I will be. I'm gonna really be honest. You do give millennial. Your font is very very large, and
Oh
but
no,
it's
fix
fine.
it. Oh no.
Nah, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it.
Okay, deal.
We gotta talk about it. The handmade one with the fucking paper, with the bounty paper towel. Oh my god, funny, bro.
I'm out here trying it. Please hop on, support us both. Hit us up on anything. We got you forever and ever. In the meantime, we will see you next week. Same messy time, same messy place. In the meantime, Trouble in Paradise, your angel and devil on your shoulder here from Deal or No Deal Island. Wrapping it up. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Continue to appreciate who you were, celebrate who you are, and motivate who you're going to be. Good night.
Be who you are in your pride.